For how long have you been in Canada? Let's start that. And
I immigrated to Canada in 2003.
Okay, that's
So
16 years
about
ago.
16 years ago.
Okay.
And that's how long I've been there.
Okay, let me ask these common questions. What actually made you decide to leave the shores of Nigeria to go to Canada?
I think it's the same aspiration that most Nigerians have because of the peculiar situations we find ourselves, and more so as a very young person, you are always very curious and want to, explore things outside the comfort zone. So that's one of the inspiration and the curiosity to really want to know what is out there. And Canada is one of the best countries in the world, so it's a natural choice for most of the young people to really want to see what is out there.
So now, NAYA, the association that young Nigerians in Canada, that you guys put together, have been able to reach out to Nigerians, touch the lives of Nigerians in 6 geopolitical zones. What exactly have you people done?
What we have done since 2013, like you said, in all the geopolitical zone, every single year from 2013, we make sure we concentrate on 3 major things, which is healthcare, education, and social empowerment. And every single year we bring hospital equipment. We partner with the government of Canada through an organization which is a reputable, well-known organization, the International Hope Canada. We partner with them. And so through that organization, we were able to we were able to submit our requisition for medical equipment, supplies, and which some of them are fairly used equipment, very, very expensive things, and very huge in most cases. And we bring them to Nigeria. So we started first in Kebbi State in the north. So we've gone to Kebbi State, we've donated in Bayelsa, we've donated in Imo State, we've donated in Osun State, in Ogun State, we are now in Niger. Wow. So each of these places that I just mentioned a few, we bring a 40-feet container full of medical equipment, from incubators to machines to dental chairs to anesthesia machines, who are very, very expensive stuff, to beds and mattresses and some supplies. So that's what we've been doing. And in the area of education, we supply science textbooks. We partner with the university and some of the other post-secondary institutions to make sure that those gently used textbooks, and when the libraries are bringing in new set of modern books, we take some of the ones that have been there before, and we bring those ones to Nigerians. We supply ITIL computers, and we've been donating to every of these locations in their universities. Actually, the recent one we did in Osun State, we were the one that equipped the Osun State University Library with our computers. Also Bowen University and several other universities like that we supply computers.
No, I like the fact that you said fairly used. You're not coming to tell us that, oh, we brought in so new things. No. People will be thinking it's actually new things. And then secondly, I would like to ask, all these things that you're bringing in, how do you ensure that they are properly utilized, properly given to the right people, that it's getting to the people that actually needs it?
Yes. That's a very good question. Initially when we started, because we did it from the genuineness of our heart, that as Nigerians we need to give back to our community. And so when we started initially, we just bring the computers, we bring the equipment and all that. And sometimes we don't even come to Nigeria, we just connect and coordinate with the people that are receiving the equipment, and they send us pictures. And sometimes when any of our members come to Nigeria, they visit the place, they look at it, and they give us reports. But for several years now, I would say probably for about 4 years, I've been making sure as the president that every single time we're doing any donation, I personally fly into the country. I will make sure it is handed over to the people that really needed them, and on the basis of that, we give them the conditions of how the usage should be, and we monitor from time to time just to make sure it's being adequately used and for the purpose that is being donated for.
That's good. That's good. Recently, Nigeria won an election into the legislative. She won a legislative seat in Manitoba province. Uzoma Asagwara. Okay, Asagwara. Yeah. How do you feel being a Nigerian? Because I learned it was a record-breaking election. It's going to be the first time they're going to have like 3 blacks in the house, and being one of the 3 being in Nigeria. How do you feel being the president of young Nigerians over there? And is she from your party or from the other party?
She's from a different party.
Okay.
And I was incredibly very proud of her because she's also a member of NAYA.
Oh, really?
She was one of the leading stars even before I became the president. So we knew that she has a very bright future. She's always been very articulate and very forceful in what she believes in. And those are the lessons of what we take from Canada, where people can be very original in what you believe and you strive for it. So in the 150 years of the Manitoba legislature, we've never had an opportunity to have a black immigrant to become a member of the Legislative Assembly. And unfortunately, and lucky for us as a community, we were the one to produce the first female black member of parliament, and particularly from our organization. So it was incredibly very blessing. And again, it shows you when a society is very peaceful. We don't have to reason the same way, belong to the same party or whatever. Ideologically, we're different, but we are still very proud that this is, and we work for her because it was at the local level, at the provincial level. So all Nigerians came out, we were knocking on doors,
campaigning for one of you.
For her. So it was very incredibly very pleasant experience to have that.
I saw the way you celebrated that victory on your social media pages, and I'm like, wow, this is it. So either you are in APC or PDP, it doesn't matter, at that time. What matters is this is one of us winning an election.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. I just pray we can replicate that in Nigeria. We can have in a home. A father will be APC, the mother will be PDP. The kids can take any other party that they want, and we'll still have hope.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of Nigerians out there doing wonderfully well. Like here in Legit, we have a desk dedicated to Nigerians doing wonderfully well abroad. And we've seen in almost every spheres of life, Nigerians are not only doing well, they are excelling. They are winning awards, they are discovering things. And you being a president of one of the association responsible for Nigerians abroad, we are looking at Nigerians in the diaspora coming home, impacting, aside politics, impacting in the society. Like recently, there was a Nigerian in the East that opened a multi-billion naira hospital in one of the eastern states. And we're looking at it like that. How can they come in? What do we do for Nigerians to come home and invest in Nigeria?
Enabling environment. You see, once...
so now we don't have the enabling environment?
I don't think it's there, because when you talk about enabling environment, it encompasses a whole lot of things, including security and, access to power and all that.
Yeah.
I know we have been here a couple of times with investors from both the United States and Canada. And on each occasion it has been a progressively moving trend on the part of the investors, because they know we have the market, they know we have the population, they know we have the resources, they are interested. Then when you come here and the obstacles becomes the bureaucracy, the corruptions, the lack of good roads, the image and all of that. So those are the things that I believe our political elite or leaders can work on. And there's no society that have intergenerational success without having successors. So we are hoping that for most of us who have shown the interest in actually investing in a society, how do you find mentors? How do you see people who can say, wow, you guys, you are not a former governor or a local government chairman or a former senator, and you have invested close to over 40-something million. How do you come about this? We haven't seen anyone that will come to us and say, come on, young men, we want to sit down with you, we want to understand. So the people, that's where the problem is. So, and in a society where you don't have mentors who can really prepare for the future, mentors who can really mentor the younger generation to prepare for the future. So it doesn't matter what success that society creates. If you don't prepare the next generation to take it off from there and take it higher, they will destroy whatever success that have been, achieved. So that's what we think where the Nigerian elite or leaders should do. I think the only government that have done that successfully is during the time of the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who went in diaspora and bring a lot of very good experts in different fields. That was when we have the Ngozi and exactly. Yeah. And we have all these people who came and they really did tremendously well. But how do we then continue from there? And you can see we've taken the reverse now. So that's what I'm talking about, being able to go on the progressive path without achieving this much. Then the next dispensation comes around and you go back again. Wow. So
retrogressing.
Yeah.
Wow. Recently you were invited by the federal government to come and play your role in bringing in investors into Nigeria, the investors in terms of Nigerians in diaspora coming in. How effectively what should we be expecting from you? Because I'm sure it's a step you're about taking.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've always shown interest. We know what we're doing is a drop of water in
the ocean.
In the ocean.
Oh.
So bringing social things that are needed by our people is just a matter of saving the present situation. We know that's not the definition of prosperity. We still need people, we still need industry to spring up, we need creation of jobs and all of that. So we are also interested in investment opportunity for Nigeria, and we're striving for that. So anytime when there is any kind of investment forums in diaspora, particularly in Canada and the United States, our organization makes sure we participate in it to be able to learn the intrigues of attracting investors. And all of these have been known to the Diaspora Commission. We're very in tune with the Honorable Abike Dabiri, who is the CEO of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. So recently when they were going to do the 2019, which is the second year they are doing the Diaspora Investment Forum, our organization was particularly invited because of the role we've played so far and how much we have demonstrated our interest to really be a partner and in progress for the social economic development of Nigeria.